Yeah, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. You understand? Salutations to the Achaeans preaching this truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. My name is Brother Yakal from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp in Trinidad. I want to say shalom. And this is just a simple breakdown on John 3:16, right? Because we know that the the heathens and two-thirds of our people have a false breakdown of John 3:16. They have a false understanding of it, and this is something that's make me do this video because people think that the Lord come back to save all of us. So I just say this according to the Spirit, I'll do this video. Right? So yeah, let me get on into it one time without delaying. This is the book of John, chapter 3 and verse 16. It says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life." Right? And we know that that word world goes back into a lot of different words, you understand? We know it have different meaning for world. Like when you go into the Greek, right? Because in order to know, to understand the Bible correctly, you had to go back into the what it was written in, right? So when you go into the Greek, you understand that cosmos and all them other things. But to go down even further, before I go down into the Greek and all these other words, I will just go into some scriptures right here to prove that it's not the world it's actually talking about, right? I'm gonna get Matthew. I'll get Matthew 15 and 22. Right? It say, "And behold, a woman of Canaan," which is the Canaanites is actually the so-called Africans, which is heathens. "A woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil." Like she has spirits on her, evil spirits, right? "But he answered her not," right? And this is how shy. He answered her not, right? Not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she cried after us. Verse 24. "But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Right? So firstly, she's saying, this is the Lord saying, he is not sent, but unto the lost sheep of Israel. Right? So it's only for the Israelites that lost. Right? He not coming to look for every and anybody. You understand? This is the Yahushua actually saying he is not sent but unto the lost sheep of Israel. Verse 25. It said, "Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me." Verse 26. "But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs." So the other nations are considered as dogs, apart from the Israelites, because the Israelites is the apple of the Lord's eye. You understand? It's them who he really come to. That is why he put us in slavery to begin with, because we transgress the law, right? So that false understanding of John 3:16, and we still going on into it. Let me just get something else here. I was supposed to do this lesson a long time, but I say let me just do it tonight. Yeah, Amos 3:1. It say, "Hear this word that the Lord had spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying." This is when the Lord took us out of bondage, when he was in Egypt. You understand? He had to rescue his people because it was his people again. You understand? His chosen. Verse 2, it says, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." Right? So it's only the Israelites that the Lord even know out of all the families on the earth. And when you go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6, or 6 and 7, it's saying that the Israelites are special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? So it can't be the Lord having favoritism in one scripture, and then after the next scripture, he loved the whole world. It's not that. You understand? But let me just go into John real quick. Back into the same John. Right? This is John 17 and 9. It say, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Right? So if John 3:16 saying, God so loved the world, who he talking about? We know that word world going into cosmos, right? Let me go into it here. Let me just clear it up a little bit here. That's why we go into words and go deep into words. This is the Blue Letter Bible. Because the Blue Letter Bible actually goes into depth. Right? This is the book of John chapter 3. And I'll start from John chapter 3 and 16. Right? If say for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, right? Now I'm gonna go into the interliner into that same word, world. Right? It's saying cosmos. Right? Cosmos. And adapt let's say ornament decoration. But we know that the word cosmos going into a specific set of people. Right? We know that arrangement, you understand, or order, government is a special sect. It's not just the whole world it's speaking about. Because in the Bible, the same Bible had different meaning for different worlds. Right? It have oinkomeni, it have oinkomeni, it have ion, and it have cosmos. Right? And the three different words mean three different things. Right? But let me get back into the scripture. I'm going to read over this. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Right? So the Lord actually talking about the elect here. This is the elect he praying for. He not praying for the world. But then now the Lord is not the author of confusion. I'm going to get that here. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14. And I'll start from 33. It says, for Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So the Lord is not the author of confusion. So that means that it must have an interpretation, right? It must have somebody to understand what that means. Because if one scripture he's saying, for God so loved the world, and then the next scripture he's saying, I'll pray for them, I pray not for the world. How the Christians are breaking down that? How they actually going and say that what this mean? This mean this. 1 minute he love the world, 1 minute he don't love the world. They can't explain it because the Lord is actually speaking about the elect. You understand? The Lord is actually talking about Israelites. He wasn't speaking about this whole wicked world. You understand? He wasn't speaking about the other heathens. Right? When you read in Amos 3 and 1, it's saying that you only have I known. You go back to the Deuteronomy, it say above all people, right? Well, I'm gonna get into alright, I'm gonna get a scripture here in the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, and I'll start from 10. It say the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And the knowledge of the holy is who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And who the Lord gave the knowledge of the holy to? The Israelites. You understand? The Lord gave the knowledge of the holy to Israelites. So all nations, you think all nations have the knowledge of the holy? The Lord didn't give the knowledge of the holy to all nations. So when he say, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding, the Lord didn't give understanding unto all nations. You understand? It have plenty scriptures clearing up that. The Lord did not give the knowledge of the holy unto all nations. So that word world, obviously, it don't mean all nations. And I'm going to prove that here now. Right? Yeah. Let me get on into Hebrews. Let me get on into Hebrews. The book of Hebrews, chapter 11. And I'll start from verse 3. It say, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear, right? And me and my brothers break down the scriptures so much time. The things that are, alright, it say through faith we understand that the worlds, right? First to begin with, it is not, it's not singular, it's plural. It's saying worlds with a S. So what worlds it talking about? It going back straight back to Genesis. You understand? The powers created the worlds. You understand? The powers which are the 144,000 men, the elect alongside Yahweh Shai. You understand? Yahweh Shai alongside the elect created the worlds. Right? So the worlds was actually going into all nations and all things. The sea world, the plant world, everything. The Edomites, the Moabites, you understand? They framed the world. That why it say, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, right? So that the things which are seen, which the things you're seeing around right now, was not made by the things which do appear, meaning man didn't make these things. You understand? And that's another topic there by itself. But you're seeing in the scripture here, it's saying worlds. Right? So how they breaking down that now? They might try to say different galaxies and thing, but then they wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't add up. Right? Because they have a correct way to break down everything. Right? So let me go back into yeah. I'm gonna go into Matthew. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and I'll start from 5. It said, these 12 Yahushai sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Right? Because this is when Yahushai gonna end up dealing with the Samaritan woman, right? It said, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Right? So if the Lord telling you go to the lost sheep of Israel, right? Why he didn't say go on to everyone, anybody you meet, call them in, anybody you talk to, bring them. He tell them specifically who to go to. You understand? Who to go to. And the Lord could have, like how we still try to test the spirit to see, because we know Israel is scattered and people, a lot of confusion and faces. When the woman came to the Lord and saying, Lord, my daughter is sick and she have devils, and he said it is not meet to take the children's bread and give it to the dogs, because the Yahweh Shai knew that straight away she was a heathen. It's not like she could have been an Israelite. The Lord knew she was a heathen. Right? He knew she was a heathen because it's Yahweh Shai. You understand? He had the spirit. The Lord put that spirit on Yahweh Shai to be all-knowing, to have wisdom. You understand? So he knew how to answer and how to deal with every situation. Same as when the devil came to him in the wilderness, when he was walking through the desert and he was fasting, he knew what was the answer and say. Right? So you mixing up the gospel and trying to preach a kumbaya, that is a spiritual Tower of Babel, because when we go back to the scriptures about the Tower of Babel, they say let us climb into the heavens and show God off his throne. That's how carnal the thinking. And breaking down John 3:16, God sort of this demonic world. You understand that you want to say is the earth, right? You call the world the earth and the earth the world, you mixing up everything. That's a spiritual Tower of Babel. Right? Let me get something else here. In the book of John, where I had to keep going back into John. Right? John 4, chapter 4, and I'll go to verse 22. It says, ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Right? So for 2/3 of our people, right, they cover with a covering, but not of the covering of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. Right? Firstly. And for the Edomites and the Elamites and all these other nations, You don't know what you worshiping. We know what we worshiping. Because salvation is for the Jews, and the real Jews really are the Israelites. You understand? Because I go back to the Revelation. You understand? They that say they are Jews and are not. You understand? But are the synagogue of Satan. They are cross. They who claiming to be the Jewish, right? They claiming to be Jewish. They have our nationality. You understand? But they are actually fake Jews. We black people, we Hispanics, Native Americans, you understand? So-called black people, I should say. You understand? Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, we are the children of Israel, right? And that is who salvation is for. And that is who that word world was speaking about. That word world wasn't speaking about everyone and everyone person on the face of the earth. Because then the prophecy wouldn't be fulfilled. Who leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You understand? The prophecy that say you will have servants, then who will be a servant if everybody make it? When it say 2/3 shall be cut off and die, then who gonna get cut off and die? You understand? Not everybody gonna make it. And this is not for everybody. The Lord say, I will do nothing but reveal his secrets to the saints. You understand? He never reveal his secrets to everybody and everyone. You understand? So let me get next scripture here. In the book of Psalms. Here is the book of Psalms, chapter 147. Because this is a beautiful precept here. Psalms 147 and verse 19. He says, he sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. Right? So if he say he sheweth his word unto Jacob, right? Which is Israelite, same way, because Jacob name was changed to Israel. Right? His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He show Israel his statutes and his judgment, which is the mysteries of the word, right? He had not dealt so with any nation. When did the Lord decide to change his mind and go and to give his statutes unto these wicked other nations that conspire against to put us in slavery? When did he decide to do that? The Lord never changed. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. The Lord never changed. So how now you would say that word will means thing if the Lord say he had not dealt so with any other nation? Right? He had not dealt so with any other nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise the Yahweh. Right? The Lord never know. These nations don't know the Lord. Because he was with the crafty counsel. You understand? The children had to pay for what the fathers do. That's how it go. We paying for what we forefathers do. Because in the spirit, we are our forefathers. We just reincarnate and come back here again. You understand? We pay for what we fathers do, and we come back here again to make up. Praise the Lord. We turn from the darkness into the light and change our ways and get saved. Simple as that. But the Lord, you have to be predestinated first thing to begin with. Before the foundation of the earth. As I elect man. You understand? That's just how it go. Right? It's nothing like kumbaya. It's not a what do you call it? It's not a joint thing. We're not making no covenant until the heathens they have their judgment. Right? They have a sweet judgment coming to them. Right? So hope you understand. And Salakia never really went into the word world in Hebrews. I will just do that just to show you that. Alright, this is Hebrews 11. Alright, Hebrews 11 and 5. No. Yeah, 11 and 3. So like, yeah. It says, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh. Now, going into the blue letter Bible and going into the same Hebrews 11 and 3. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh. Right, we're going into that, the interliner, and see what the word worlds. The word worlds is ion, right, which is forever and unbroken age, perpetuity. It's a eternity, right, which is forever continuing. That's what ion mean. You understand? So forever continuing, the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh. You understand? And that worlds are different meaning to the worlds in John 3:16. This one is ion. That's why that is an important thing to go into the meanings of word. Right? Because that one is ion. And when you go in John 3:16, right, the word world is cosmos. Right? It's cosmos. And even deeper, right, when you search the word, because I want to just do a small search. Just bear with me. Right, the online etymology dictionary. And this is our next very nice and very reliable dictionary to use. So you wouldn't get the word cosmos in K as you see it in the Greek, but they actually showing you the meaning. Because this going back 1200, right? It's a the universe, the world, but not popular until 1848, when it was taken as the English equivalent to the Humboldt cosmos. You see, it come back to this word here because it was changed in translation of German from Latinized from the Greek cosmos, order, right, which is like a special sect, something special, a orderly arrangement and all. You understand? Well, I'm gonna go down to this. I'm gonna go down a little bit. Right. Right, this is what I'm looking for here. It's a right. Pythagoras is said to have been the first to apply this word to the universe, perhaps originally meaning the starry firmament, but it later was extended to the whole physical world, including the earth, for specific reference to the world of people, right? So you see that they actually extended to make the word be of the who of people and all too. They added on to say that this word cosmos mean people and other things, you understand? But there's a latter extension. It wasn't meaning that all the time. Right? So I'm gonna go down into it. It say was he right, so like yeah, it say the word of people, the classical phrase was he oikomeni, right? Oikomeni is another word for world, right? The inhabited earth, right? It's a Septuagint uses both cosmos and oikomeni. Cosmos also was used in Christian religious writing with a sense of worldly life, this world as opposed to the afterlife, but the more frequent word for this was aion, literally lifetime age. So that is the same thing going back into the Greek. The word ion, oikomeni, and cosmos is three different words with three different meaning of the word world. Right? And that is where you had to understand that when you're reading, you had to go into the words correctly. You do just read, and that's why the scripture say with all like get understanding. Because you have to get understanding to understand the scriptures. Right? Because cosmos now gonna mean a specific group or a specific people. Right? Ion gonna mean a age or time, a era. So when it is, you see, the end of this world, when the scripture say Esau is the end of this world, right, and Jacob is the world to come, that talking that is actually Ion. That is the age, the end of the age. Esau is the end of the age, right? And then to have Oikomeni, the whole earth and everybody, right? That is like saying, be not in this world. They will actually add cosmos onto Oikomeni, but we know as spiritual men how to differentiate the difference, right? So Lord willing, hope this video was edifying. It was a short video, you understand? Hopefully I could do a part 2. Hope this video was edifying. I want to say Kalalayam, La Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Bahashem Akakodash. I want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akiam, preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity, and the 102 faithful Aquats that are listening and learning, and listening to the husband. I want to say Shalom.